The spooky season is here. In today's video, first up we have the It Crocs, and maybe also known as the Pennywise. It is really dope when a brand just totally kills a collaboration, and you gotta say, with this box, with the details that we have there with Pennywise and the red balloon with the yellow jacket. What was the kid's name? Was it Ralphie? I don't know. That's either right or totally wrong. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Somebody's going to comment it. That might be right. I don't think that's right. But anyways, we're talking about Crocs today. And man, this pair is executed perfectly. Talk about the details and a perfectly executed pair of Crocs. Now, most noticeable first thing that I notice off the top of my head here is the balloon that reads "You'll float too," which is of course from the movie. We also have a loser's quote. Inside the right Croc, we do get Pennywise holding the balloon there. And he is a clown, but he's actually a monster. If you haven't watched the movie, I didn't give too much away there. So we do have a clown nose there on the strap of the all-terrain Croc. And moving to the left one, we also have that exact same clown nose there, which I think is a really good touch. I don't think that I prefer for the clown nose to be there on the heel strap instead of, as a Jibbitz, on the toe. Now on this one, we also actually get the man himself, or the monster himself, Pennywise. I Heart Dairy and this thorn-like. That's what it is. It's Georgie. At first I was about to say, what is this horn-like thing? I had no idea. But then it all just came back to me. It's Georgie, and this right here is not a paper airplane, but like a paper boat. And I can't give too much away. If you've seen the movie, you know how that ends. Stay away from the drains. Might have gave away too much right there, but I kind of got off topic there. But if I spin it around, you see it. The quote itself, there's Georgie. And no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not looking at the camera and acting like Pennywise saying Georgie. So I know you wanted it, but it's not going to happen. But man, these are absolutely right on point. And the inside of the left Croc is, of course, I guess this one's for It 2, Chapter 2. Because that's exactly, what we get there. But for the character itself, an all-white Croc with the blood-like details, with the balloon. We got the paper boat from Georgie, the clown nose on the heel of the all-terrain Crocs. Crocs, once again, hit a home run on these. This time, it's, of course, 1, 2, he's coming for you, 3, 4... Shut the door. You clicked on the thumbnail, the title. You know exactly what this one is. Now, getting into the box here, we do have the Freddy Krueger like sweater. The Pennywise ones, which we just reviewed, we had a little bit more graphics. This time it's, of course, 1, 2, he's coming for you, 3, 4, shut the door. You clicked on the thumbnail, the title. You know exactly what this one is. Now, getting into the box here, we do have the Freddy Krueger like sweater. Maybe this was the best execution, the kind of slight detail for the sweater for Freddy Krueger. Now, let's get into the box. Anytime that there is a sneaker paired with Freddy Krueger, most famously because of the Nike SBs that never released, I guess you would just say license. They did not have the license from Nightmare on Elm Street, whoever owns that, whether it's Universal Studios or whoever it may be. So they served Nike with a cease and desist, and the Nike SB Dunk Freddy Kruegers never released. They threw them in the fire. A few people pulled them out, which makes the story even that much cooler, because that is pretty much exactly what happened to Freddy Krueger, which a little different, to why they set him on fire, which we're not getting into that. The most noticeable thing about this is, of course, the green and burgundy stripes that are, of course, for his sweater. On the right shoe, we actually get the man himself, Freddy Krueger, and then we get the claws on the right sneaker, pretty big claw. To say the least. Now, moving to the left, we have some really cool quotes from the movie Ready or Not, Here I Come. And for this one, A Nightmare on Elm Street. And of course, they do have the TM there for the trademark. So Crocs did do what they were supposed to in terms of licensing for this Croc clog. The middle portion of the sole, you actually get the blood details. And you do get Freddy Krueger there himself on the button of the strap of the clog. I think this is a really good one. Freddy Krueger is probably one of my favorite of the 3 movies. But the fact that, you know, the bar has just been set so high for expectations anytime Freddy Krueger sneaker comes along, I think that's kind of why this one is kind of mediocre, because we expect so much. But let us know down below in the comments, did you pick these up? Are you a fan? Do you like them? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Whew, and I got to say, I am surprised. And this time we have the Friday the 13th. Now, if you haven't checked the other videos out of the other horror Crocs that did just recently release, the winner of the box, we got to give it to It and Pennywise here. This is by far the best, definitely a winner. They took it home there. So let's get into the Friday the 13th Jason ones. I didn't even consider picking this one up. The only one that I was really excited for was the Freddy Krueger one, because that's probably, you know, my favorite movie of all 3 of them. But this one right here, the execution and the details on the Jason Friday the 13th Crocs, man, these are really good. And I think what I like the best about them is kind of like this creamish kind of off-white color, and the fact that it's just kind of mixed up into like a black and a red. I guess the red is supposed to be, you know, hits of blood. But I really like these and am digging them a lot. And you could also, these are very dressable to where you could wear these with a lot of different outfits, you know, different sweatpants, whether they're heather gray, black, kind of just some casual outfits, you know, most likely when you would wear a pair of Crocs. Let me check this other one out. Like, I'm not a big fan of Jason. Like, the guy can't swim, so you know, why am I supposed to like a guy that can't even swim? But yeah, speaking of swimming, you know, there's a little Jibbitz there for Crystal Lake. He doesn't like that place. Inside the left shoe here, we have Friday the 13th. Pretty big looking knife there. Hockey mask, you know, Jason there. The man himself, just like on all the other pairs. And we have another kind of big butcher knife on this one, and the hockey mask. I think the hockey mask is the nicest touch there. But this is kind of one of those Crocs that, like, if you just took all the Jibbitz out, that it's actually a very good looking pair. So yeah, once we get those out, it's actually a pretty interesting, unique Croc that we have there that, once again, like I said, is pretty wearable on a day in, day out basis. And now seeing this Croc in person, I get to why of the 3, this was the one that was selling out the quickest in most of the sizes. And if you are interested to any of these, if they are by chance in stock, you know, be sure to click right here, and also in the description below, click here first to shop the items to see where they're available, whether that's Crocs, if they do some type of restock with Halloween approaching, and also Foot Locker, Champs, Kids Foot Locker, you know, any select retailers. And then I'll also leave some affiliate links in the description below. Be sure to check those out, you know, if you can find these in stock. But yeah, just let us know your thoughts on the collection down below. I love the Jason pair. It's by far my favorite. I've said that about a billion times. But if you enjoyed this video, we're always making videos like this here at Sneaker Huddle. Be sure to subscribe, and we would love to have you as part of the Sneaker Huddle family. And thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Sneaker Huddle, and we'll catch you in the very next video.